Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sixer Sense podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Chris, and we are in the lull of the off season. So before we get into one of our favorite things to do is to make fun of each other's list, we do have something that's actually semi-relevant to the Sixers, right, Chris?
Yeah. Of note, while we all wait for Quentin Grimes to sign one of these days, Philly schedule has been released, Lucas, and we aren't going to dive into the whole schedule today, but notably 16 back-to-backs tied for the most in the NBA this season, which is just hilarious. Like, why?
Because they like to make us suffer.
Yeah, I mean, it's common knowledge at this point that they hate the process. I mean, it's mostly said as a joke, but I do feel like there is almost a kernel of truth to that.
But what besides Joel, what is left from the process? Nothing.
They just hate the Sixers.
Yeah,
the idea. They hate the idea, Lucas.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill the idea. Okay. But yeah, so a lot of back-to-backs this season. Not ideal for a team that does not have a healthy Paul George or Joel Embiid yet at the moment. But I'm sure they'll be fine. Definitely not any concern at all.
Yeah, nothing to worry about here.
Yeah, but until then and until Quentin Grimes signs, we don't have a ton to talk about. So we are going to do your point guard rankings today.
Yeah, so back when dinosaurs roamed and me and Chris were site experts of the Sixer Sense, shout out back to those days, we did a lot of lists. And one of the lists that I did was ranking the starting point guards. Now, I will note that if a player is projected to be out the whole entire season, like Damian Lillard or Tyrese Halliburton, they will be omitted from this list, and the person that will be starting in their place is getting that spot instead, unlike Chris's top 100. I'm going to go by fives here. Fives, going from 30
Okay, are we doing 30?
Yeah, we're doing starting from 30 and going down to 26, okay?
Okay.
So 30, I think this is probably, we both agree on this one. Igor Demon, Nets rookie point guard, going to be number one. 30 here. I mean, he's 6'9", so there's interesting height there, but, there's a lot of questions coming out of him, around him coming out of college. Lack of ability to shoot, not really a great defender. Can pass. That's cool. But and he's 6'9", so there's something there. But they just got rid of a 6'9" point guard last season, so 6'9", 6'10". So I'm not taking any shots. But so excuse me. Ooh, he's never gonna
bless you. Jeez, wow.
God bless me indeed. God bless him too. He needs it. So yeah, Igor Devin gonna get a lot of run. So we'll see. He might climb up this list. The next player, I feel bad for him because he's not really a point guard, but everybody wants him to be a point guard here, and it's just they waive somebody, so he's kind of put into the spot here. It's Kevin Porter Jr. I was half tempted to say Cole Anthony, but I think it's going to be Kevin Porter. I mean, he has a better rapport with Doc Rivers, a longer rephrase. So I think he's going to get first crack at this. Kevin Porter's not a point guard, in my opinion. He's a shooting guard that's playing point guard because, I don't think I need to go into that anymore. Now, This next player I suspect will definitely climb up the rankings here, but for now, because he really doesn't have much of an offensive bag, I have to put him here, is the Jazz's Isaiah Collier. Yet again, I want to preface that I do believe that he will get higher on this list because of his playmaking skills, but he did not get too much run last season. This year, I think the reins will be off, and I think he will run. But this is the off-season ranking, so I have to have him here. I think I just pissed off Chris with the first one here, so go ahead, Chris.
No, I mean, look, I'm not even going to try to make any logical argument here. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, you're just disappointed? Where would you have Isaiah Collier?
I don't know. We'll figure it out as you go.
Okay. Well, the next person here, I think I am betting a little bit more on potential, and I liked what I saw last year from him. And I think that he's going to be playing point guard, and I know we're going to disagree on this, is Scoot Henderson. I think he's going to be playing point guard next to Drew Holiday. I think Drew is going to play off guard this year just because he's getting older, and he can.
Sure.
I think Scoot's going to get – I mean, he's the third overall pick. I think they got to give him the first shot at starting over Shaedon Sharpe. I think it's that simple. And like I said, we both are invested in Henderson highway right now. We both have little estates on the highway there. So I like that. Next one. This guy kind of broke out mid-season last year after being traded. I liked it, and they brought him back on a reasonable deal. Actually, a bargain of a deal, in my opinion, if he continues to play the way that he did. Davion Mitchell for the Miami Heat. I think that's where we're at there. I think he's a really good defender. He was already a good defender. We know that he's almost elite at the point guard position. It's just the offense was never there until he got to Miami. Looks like that Heat culture rubbed off on him. It was a short sample size, sure, but I think that he's going to be pretty good too. So that's my 30 through 26. Any thoughts, Chris?
I think that's pretty fair for the most part. I'm going to be interested to see if Scoot can make any sort of leap this year. I think this is kind of the make or break point for him. If he has another pretty lousy season, I think Portland's going to have to make some hard decisions.
Yeah.
But
I don't even think he's had lousy seasons. I just don't think he's
underwhelming.
Underwhelming would be the correct term.
I still believe to a certain extent. I know a lot of Portland fans that do not, but I still am holding out hope. Davion Mitchell, like anyone who goes to Miami is just like 10% better automatically for some reason. So
most of the time,
that's fine with me.
Most of the time. All right, 25 through 21. All right, this is where it might get a little spicy here. 25, Mike Conley. Love him, but he's getting older. He could drop to like near the bottom of this list depending on what happens, or Rob Dillingham might actually take the leap that he's supposed to. We'll see. I like Mike Conley, great veteran, just too old to be doing anything important or majorly impactful. Rephrase.
Yeah.
Next one. This might be a hot take here, but I do not love this player's efficiency, and he's getting older and he's really small, so I have doubts. And he's going to be relegated to a smaller offensive role this season with the Houston Rockets. I'm, of course, talking about Fred VanVleet. And Chris...
There's no way, but keep going.
He was inefficient last year from the field. He's going to be relegated to a smaller role this year with Kevin Durant and Amen Thompson taking another step and Alperen Sengun doing more things. I just don't... I think he's going to be a steady facilitator. Let's be clear. He can still hit threes. And he's going to be okay defensively, but I just don't think he's going to be a top tier, top 20 point guard.
Yeah, we'll see. I obviously had him in the 60s in my top 100. So I imagine I didn't have...
You can the next one you could talk me into flipping these guys, and that's completely fine. I will admit that this one was kind of like a toss of the coin for me. Dennis Schroeder being 23.
Yeah,
I think he's just going to put up bigger numbers and have a bigger role in Sacramento this year. I think that's what's going to happen.
He might put up bigger numbers. He's not better than Fred VanVleet.
We'll see.
I'm skeptical.
I'm hoping that this guy finally can stay healthy. Then at 22, I'm hoping this guy finally stays healthy, and he has the breakout season he was anticipated when he got traded to this place. I'm talking about Emmanuel Quickley of the Toronto Raptors.
Sure.
Yeah, I think if he can stay healthy, which is big, but like he's primed to have a good year. Honestly, I don't feel great about this one, but I put DeJounte Murray at 21. He's a great playmaker, decent defender, can't shoot worth a lick though.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight you too much on DeJounte. I think Quickley at 22 is a pretty good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Even Schroeder at 23 is like whatever, but I cannot abide VanVleet at 24.
That's fine.
Clears all those guys.
That's fine. That's fine. We can.
Could he regress? You point out you make some good points that he's small and old, and there are maybe some efficiency concerns inside the arc, but he's just such a good shooter and facilitator, really smart defender, just kind of makes guys better still. So I'm still higher on VanVleet.
Okay. So this next guy, I don't expect him to stay on this team for too long. He might not even make it to the season, but he's on the team right now, and I just don't see him not starting because he's a guy that's averaged at least 20 points for the past 6 seasons. I'm going with CJ McCollum with the Wizards. I do want to put a disclaimer that Bud Carrington is probably going to be the long-term answer there, and he played pretty good last season. But CJ, he's going to get the nod because he's a veteran and he can score a lot.
Sure. I think that's fair.
Okay, and so we're just to be clear to the listeners, we're doing 20 through 16 now. That CJ was 20. 19. He like many other restricted free agents is not having a good time right now. I'm talking of Josh Giddey. He wants $30 million. The Bulls are wisely offering only $20 million. I think that's honestly,
Yeah,
it might even be too high at $20 million. But like $20 million,
I agree.
it's fine. Look, I mean, Josh Giddey.
Take the money.
Look, Josh Giddey. He had a really good second half of the season, making my eyebrows raise. If he can continue that, great. If not, well, then we know what we got.
Yeah.
Number 18. Now, to be clear, if his teammate was healthy, his teammate might be number 1 on my list. But I'm going with Andrew Nembhard at 18. Really good defender, steps up in the playoffs, big moments type of guy, smart playmaker, underrated playmaker. Just the shot is hit or miss. We'll see if he can get it back to to an average that is acceptable for the point guard position, shooting outside wise. But I like Nembhard at 18.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. This next guy, he's struggled with injuries a little bit. Offense is kind of hit or miss, but he's gotten better the last 2 years offensively. I just don't think he's really like a reliable offensive threat on a regular basis. Is Jalen Suggs, but elite defensively, absolutely just a menace defensively. Can run an offense, not great playmaker, but can run an offense at 17. And this is where it gets spicy now. 16. I'm probably going to get a little slack for this one, but Jamal Murray at 16 seems appropriate.
Okay.
I still think he's more of a 2-guard, personally, but I mean, like, that's okay. You're playing next to Jokic.
No, I think that's fair. I think most of this range is fair. I am noticing a rather notable absence.
Who?
Of whoever's going to start in Boston.
Oh,
unless you're counting Derek White.
I'm counting Derek White.
I mean, they've said they're going to start Pritchard this year. That was the reporting.
I've heard conflicting stuff. Derek White was the quote-unquote point guard last year, even though Drew Holiday was there. Like, that was my understanding. I mean, look, if you can get it from a reliable source, I couldn't find a reliable source, so I went with Derek White.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, if Peyton Pritchard is on this list and not Derek White, then I would put like Peyton probably after Fred VanVleet. I would have Peyton at 25.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that may. Yeah. I just
if you're counting Derek White, then continue.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. So Derek White is actually 15th. We're going 15 through 11 now. Derek White is 15. Really good 2-way guy. I think. Whoa. Look.
Okay.
Look, you're hating, but you haven't heard the rest of the list, okay? Like, the rest of these guys have made all-stars at some point, okay? Literally everybody else on the list has made an all-star besides...
Yes, point guard is a very loaded position.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, so Derek White, 15. Could be an all-star this season if he breaks out, right? Yeah, offensively. I mean, look, Derek White, the ultimate role player. I will have nothing but respect for him. Okay, so Derek White's 15. John Morant is 14.
Okay.
I think John Morant definitely took a step back in the last 2 years because of on and off the field issues, court issues. Could he get higher? Sure. But right now, where he played last year, I think he's 14th. That brings us to our first Sixer sighting of the night, Tyrese Maxey here at 13. I think Maxey's more of a combo guard, personally. Not a quote-unquote point guard. So, I mean, he struggles with the natural playmaking aspects of the game, but, still an elite scorer, tries hard defensively, is a willing passer. Is he a good passer? That's a debate for another time, but, like, he's a willing passer. Yeah. And
sure.
actually, the person right ahead of him is also probably definitely going to be playing out of position this year. Devin Booker. I have Devin Booker as of the Phoenix Suns at 12. Look, he can, despite being a shooting guard, he can average 7 assists a game. I mean, I give him credit on that, right? So, and he's going to be playing point guard here. I don't hate it.
I'm surprised that there are 11 players ahead of Devin Booker for you.
I mean, I'm thinking of like true point guards playmaking. And look, if Devin Booker was on my shooting guard list,
I see.
He'd be a top 3 guy. If he was on my shooting guard list.
Yeah.
So, or at least top 5, arguably top 3. Well, like I said, but he's not going to be on the list, and his teammates definitely not going to be in the top 5. Probably not top 20. We'll see, or maybe top 20. We'll see. Anyway, and then 11th, and I'll stop here to pause and look back at this. Is Darius Garland? I think he minimizes himself for the betterment of the team's success. When he was playing before Donovan Mitchell got there, he was averaging, I think, 20 in the 8, and he's still putting up like 18 and 6 on really good efficiency. And he's willing to play off the ball. He can definitely play on the ball. I'll give it to Darius Garland, and he just made it his first All-Star this year, right? So yeah, I'll give it to Darius.
Yeah, I think Tyrese Maxey is. I would take him over Darius Garland personally. I get what you're saying, like as far as point guards and who fills that role. He's definitely a better facilitator.
Like I said,
it's close.
It's
not like
when I think of like ranking point guards, playmaking does factor into this. It does.
Yeah. I mean, like I still think Devin Booker at 12 is way too low. Even factoring that in, I think Booker's a pretty good playmaker.
I mean, he is. He is. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I look. You can talk me into Maxey and Booker being higher. I just, as somebody that covered both teams, I didn't want to feel like I was being a homer on that. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 10 through 6 now. 10, De'Aaron Fox. Just got paid. Okay. One of the fastest point guards in the league. Pretty good pick and roll guy. Inconsistent 3, but like, who cares? He's one of the fastest guys in the league.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball honestly should be higher, but injuries and inconsistent play and not leading to winning has impacted his ranking here. To be completely honest, if he was winning, he'd be higher.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would consider Ball over Fox a pretty hot take. So I commend you for that. I would prefer Fox. I just think there's more of an established, like, consistent.
Talent does win there. I think with Ball over Fox.
Fox has improved so much over the years. Like he's not a great shooter, but he's passable.
He's passable.
He's pretty darn good in the mid range, and the threes fall reasonably well.
Yeah,
and he's still like ridiculously fast. Like LaMelo still doesn't really play defense much. Like there are still some concerns about his like attitude towards the game. Well, I guess for lack of a better. Well, so yeah, I would take Fox, but I think LaMelo's ceiling is definitely up there.
Yeah. Okay, number 8, former Sixer James Harden. He's older. He's lost a step offensively. Still from being one of the best shooting guards in NBA history to becoming one of the better point guards in this era. He's going to be another year older and can't perform in the playoffs. That's his knock, right? Or can't perform in Game 7.
Game 7, yeah.
Okay. If he was injured, he might be higher, but he is injured and going to miss a good chunk of the season. He's also older as Kyrie Irving of the Dallas Mavericks. Top 7. I think I don't hate it. And number 6 is Cade Cunningham. I'm just super high on him. I think he's going to be great.
Yeah, I would have Kyrie a bit lower, as we discussed on the last episode.
Yeah, I have more respect for Kyrie than you do. That's okay.
I think Harden. It really depends on how you're building a team, right? But like, I think Harden has a much higher, like a Harden team has a much higher floor than a Kyrie team. I think Kyrie's a great like complementary piece.
That's fair. Yeah,
I think Harden makes guys better in a way that Kyrie does not.
No. I mean, look, like Kyrie's a scoring guard, and
we're talking about like who's the better point guard. If we're taking that into account, like James is still one of the best passers.
That's fair. I'll give you that. However, I don't like James Harden.
Okay, fair enough. That's can't argue with that.
Yeah. Okay. Top 5 here. Top 5. Trae Young, 5.
Okay.
One of the best passers in the league. We're one of the better scorers. It has improved efficiency. However, still a small. Can't defend. Number 4, Luka Doncic. He could be higher. However, injuries and being
Come on. We just talked about like how he's the 3rd best player in the world. I don't care how you define point guard. He's one of the best passers in the world.
Well,
there's no way.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. I might be a hater. That's okay. Number 3, Jalen Brunson. Number 2, Steph Curry. And number 1, SGA. I put your Thunder guy number 1. I thought you would be happy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm struggling to understand, but
the top 5, I was thinking about who I could trust in the playoffs the most.
Luka has led his team to the finals,
but his team also lost in the finals because of him.
Where has Brunson been? The second round,
the Eastern Conference Finals. And they did not lose because of him.
Brunson is a weaker link on defense. He's not at Luka's level, really, in any capacity. I just don't understand that. You can maybe make a case for Steph if you're like really, really into Steph, and you can definitely make a case for SGA, although he is less of a quote unquote point guard, which you claim to be taking into account.
Fair. That's fair. I think the top 5 is kind of fluid. Definitely top 4.
I would say 1, 2 through 5 maybe could be fluid, and 1 shouldn't. I think 1 and 2 should be Luka and SGA. However you want to divvy them up, that would be my starting point. But
well, you could always write an article on this on Fansided. By the way, if you guys want to check out Chris's stuff on Fansided, make sure that you check it out.
Yes,
shameless
please
plug.
Do.
Yes,
thank you.
He gets paid for that.
We are a Fan-sided podcast.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
So
I think
overall, how would you grade the list of point guards? Give me a grade.
I mean, the Luka thing is so hard for me to stomach. I really wasn't that. I think it was pretty darn solid until you got to Luka. You threw me for a loop.
Okay, so
I'll give you a B.
Okay, I'll
give you a B, but like, you need revisions.
Okay, I'm willing to listen. Like I said, there are some that I'm willing to listen on. That's fine.
Yeah, I think you nailed the bottom 5.
Yeah, I don't.
And I think you nailed most of the middle portion of things. It's really the Doncic thing is throwing me. The Van Vliet thing is still throwing me.
Yeah,
those are the 2 that stand out the most to me. I mean, I would obviously bump Booker and Maxey up a couple spots, maybe.
Would you put Booker and Maxey ahead of Fox?
Probably.
Interesting.
You could debate Maxey and Fox for sure. I would put Booker ahead for sure.
Okay.
I would put Booker at like probably 4 or 5 on this.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I'd probably put him 5 behind the top 4 if I was making.
So you would
have. I put him at 6.
I was about to say
put him at 6.
I was about to say you're putting him ahead of Trae Young. Okay, interesting.
Well, if we're going by my rankings, I had Cunningham over Young, and I had Cunningham like 1 spot.
Oh, so you have your rankings here? Oh no,
I have my top 100, which has all these players on it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, fair.
I mean, I can rank them off the dome right now if you want to keep going, but
I mean that's up to you. We've only been on for 23 minutes. We can have a short pod.
Why not?
I mean, sure.
This was not planned, but I'll do it.
All right. Do you want to write I think you should write these down so that you can use this for an article just to compare and contrast.
Hold on.
Just saying. We're doing this live, folks. Doing this live. We do it for you. Do it for the pod.
Do you know how to split a Google Doc into 2 like columns?
Yeah, I think you got to go to format.
Yes.
And then I think you click columns. Yeah.
Columns.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Super, super hard, right?
That was real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do I get to the other column though? Okay.
I didn't share this with you, did I? No, I didn't share this with you.
No, I've been writing them down.
Okay. I mean, I can share it with you if that will...
Nope, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. All right. I'm just going to start it. Hold on.
So
all right, guys.
The bottom 5, we agree? Same?
Yeah. I'm going to put Demon at 30 for now. I'm really tempted to put Kevin Porter at 30, to be honest. I really don't care for him that much in many ways, but I'll put him at 29. Good. 28, I guess you got to go with Collier.
It's just that it's not that he's a bad passer. He's actually really good.
He does have a lot of flaws. It's objectively true.
Yeah.
As much as I love the guy.
Yeah.
Scoot at 27 is fine with me.
Mitchell.
26, Davion. Yeah. All right. 25 is where it gets spicy.
Conley.
Yeah. I'll go Conley.
Are you gonna have White on? Question: Are you gonna have Derek White as your point guard for the Celtics, or are you gonna have Peyton Pritchard? You can change it if you want. I don't care.
I'll do White. Just to stay with you.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So you do
24.
Okay.
Schroeder.
Okay, that's fine.
No doubt in my mind. 23. All right, hold on, everyone. Let me cross these out. If I can't, I don't know how to do that. Okay, 23. I am gonna go with drumroll, please. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Quickly.
Okay, that's fine.
Kind of have to.
I mean, he's better than as long as he's above Schroeder. I don't really care.
This is off the dome again, guys. So I don't stamp my name on any of this. All right, 22.
Are you going 22. Murray, or are you doing DeJounte, or are you doing CJ, or are you gonna go with
I'm doing CJ.
CJ? Okay.
21 I'm doing Giddy.
Okay.
20 I am doing
DeJounte.
Okay,
that's
yes.
Fine. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine.
19. Make sure I haven't missed anyone. All right. Yeah, 19.
The only one you haven't done so far is Van Vliet. Do you like Van Vliet?
Who did I say was better like 2 days ago? I'm gonna put Van.
Who's better, Andrew Nembhard or Van Vliet?
Checking my records. It is very fluid, which is notable for anyone listening to these ranking episodes.
Or watching them on YouTube. Subscribe.
Or watching them on youtube.com/@the6er Who is better, Andrew Nembhard or Fred Van Vliet? I have them one spot apart in my little top 100 over here. So I'm going to do Nembhard
at 19.
I'm going to do Fred Van Vliet at 18. I think that's fair.
Okay.
These guys are super close.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, 17.
Are you doing
the same top 17 in different orders?
Okay. So you got Suggs then?
Yeah. Suggs. I'll do Murray at 16. 15.
Ooh, this is where it gets spicy. I'm curious. Are you still going to do White, or are you going to do somebody else? Because I can see you dropping Garland to 15. Because I believe in your heart and hearts, you believe that White is better than Garland.
I'm going to do LaMelo Ball.
Wow, okay.
I'm going to do Kyrie at 14.
Wow, hate. So much hate. Okay.
I mean, like, I have my reference sheet. All right, 13. I think I'm going Garland here.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate that. I had him at 11.
12, White, Morant, Maxey, Booker, Fox.
Now you're just naming them off. Okay.
No, that wasn't the order.
Oh, okay. It sounded like it. I'm just saying. So where are you at? 12.
All right.
And you're trying to decide between Morant, Maxey, Fox.
Do Morant.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Getting him off the board. Fox, White, Maxey. I'm doing Fox. Doing White. Doing Maxey.
Are you only do Maxey above White because you don't want a Boston Celtic player above Maxey?
No. They're close.
Okay.
I can go either way on those. I'm amenable to any other alternatives.
All right.
We have your top 6. We have James Harden and we have Devin Booker. All right. I'm gonna go Harden at 8.
Okay. Booker at 7.
Young at 7.
Trae Young at 7. Okay, interesting.
Booker at 6.
Wow, okay.
Cade at 5.
All right.
4.
Let me guess, Brunson.
I'm going with Brunson.
Yep. Curry's 3.
I'm going with Steph.
Yeah.
2. I'm going with SGA.
Ooh, putting the MVP not at number 1. Okay.
And 1. I'm going with Luka. We've had this conversation a week ago, Lucas.
Okay.
It's very close. You can make a case for SGA. I think Luka elevates his teammates in a very unique and special way. We'll see how he looks this year. Last year was a bit of a weird one just because he got kind of the rug pulled out from under him midway through by Dallas. I understand that he just wasn't really in the right headspace, had some injury stuff. But I think Luka's really special. So I'm going to stick him at number 1.
All right. I don't hate it. Except for, who did you have at 15 again? You had LaMelo Ball. That's wild. Okay.
Look, I mean, prove it to me. If he has a great year and he's healthy and Charlotte makes the playoffs, then I'm totally happy to go in and bump him up a few spots. I like LaMelo a lot. I tend to be defending him in most cases. I think I'm definitely not low on him by any standards. But
all right, that's
a lot of good point guards.
Okay,
like Kyrie, Garland, Morant. Like I don't think there's any like concrete argument for Ball over any of those guys.
Okay. So before we leave, I do want to let's clarify who's going to be the starting 2 guards for some of these teams because it's up in the air for some of these teams, right?
Okay.
Warriors, I think it's going to be Pods, right? We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm going through my list. Mavs. Who's going to be their 2 guard? Is it going to be Christie or is it going to be? No, it's going to be Clay. I think they're going to start Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hornets probably going to be. Is it going to be the rookie? Is it going to be Khan? It should be Khan, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on if you want to put Brandon Miller or Knippel there, I think.
I think I like Brandon as a 3 just because he's so tall.
Yeah. He is going to be handling the ball more than Khan, though.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes shooting guards don't want to. Yeah. I'm doing Khan at the shooting guard. I think that's
okay.
Yeah, just because he's shorter, whatever. Positions don't matter anyway in the NBA today. Let's see here. Sixers. I'm going McCain. I'm doing McCain with Sixers. Is that fine with you?
It is. I would personally be doing Grimes at the
Grimes is still unsigned.
2 or 3, and
Grimes
or Edwards. That's true. If you want to do McCain, you can do McCain.
Yeah. Now at the 3, it could be Grimes, Edwards, or VJ. In my opinion, we'll figure that out when we talk about the 2s. Let's see here. I guess it's KCP for the Grizzlies, right?
I would imagine.
And Anthony Simons for the Celtics, at least for now, right?
Yeah.
If we're gonna have Derek White as the starting point guard, anyway. Let's see here. Pacers. I thought I heard their head coach say that Ben Mathurin is going to be starting this year. So I'm gonna go with Ben as the That's what Rick Carlisle said, dude.
I mean, what else are they gonna do? I guess
they need to get offense somewhere. I mean, look, he was a lottery pick. Let's see what happens, right? It's a gap year anyway.
He had some awesome games in the finals where I was just laughing because whenever he touched the ball, it was very clear that he was going to drive for the basket and shoot. He does not pass.
Yeah,
which I respect.
Yeah,
some Cam Thomas energy, but better maybe.
Are the Wiz going to be starting Koulibaly at the 2, or is it going to be somebody else?
Well, I mean, it depends. They could end up starting CJ and Bub together.
Yeah.
In which case, CJ would probably be the 2 in that arrangement.
I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, it could
I'll
be.
do Koulibaly because they'll probably quote unquote start Chris Middleton as a veteran and then see if they can flip him. He's a
see. I would honestly think that Middleton is closer to a 2 than Koulibaly at this point.
I mean, depends on how quick. Like, can Middleton even move his feet to defend 2s now? Actually, if anything, I
don't know.
I think Middleton's closer to a 4 than a 3. I mean, than a 2 at this point.
I agree, but I mean, Koulibaly is just not offensively anywhere close to a guard.
Yeah, but he can defend guards, though.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
I mean, I'm trying to think of any. I don't know. We'll just say Koulibaly. Pels. Is it going to be Trey Murphy? Is it going to be Trey Murphy as the 2, or is it going to be Jordan Poole? Is it going to be Jordan Poole?
I
don't know. Because, like,
you want to start for New Orleans' point guard.
I put DeJounte
DeJounte, okay,
because he's coming back.
Yeah.
He's coming back this season.
That's right.
Okay. Is it going to be? I think when everybody's healthy, I think Murphy's going to be the 2, right? And because you want to have Herb on the floor with Zion, and then you're going to have a center, whoever that is.
Yeah, I think Poole's your 6th man.
Okay, so I'll go with Murphy there. Raptors, I guess it's going to be RJ. Kings, I guess it's going to be Levine, right? Rockets, we can assume Amen, right? Or is it going to be? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm going with Drew Holiday as the starting 2 for the Blazers. You okay with that?
Yeah, I mean it's your list.
I mean, do you think they start Shaedon Sharpe?
I think Scoot's coming off the bench, but you've written yourself into a corner here.
Okay,
so
well,
I think
Drew.
Yes.
Isaiah is Keontae George going to be the 2? I thought I saw that somewhere. I honestly think he's best as a 6th man, but is he going to be the 2, or is it going to be somebody else?
I mean, there's some options, obviously.
Yeah.
Sensabaugh was really
Jaden Springer's
good.
not an option anymore. They waived him.
R.I.P.
Springer Island has sunk to the bottom of the sea.
I would imagine that it's either Keontae or Sensabaugh. Keontae has more like offense. NBA experience. I think Sensabaugh is probably a better player. But
I think I'm going to do Sensabaugh.
We'll see.
I think Keontae is better as a 6th man.
That's more fun.
Yeah. Bucks, I guess it's Gary Trent again, and the Nets, Cam Thomas. Can we see Cam Thomas even though he's not on the roster?
Yeah, I don't know who else is going to pay him.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So just wanted to make sure we were clear on that, so we know the rules next time. All right. Well, unless you had anything else you wanted to talk about, Chris, this was a fun exercise. You know, I got to hate on your list last week. This week and the next 4 weeks, you get to hate on my list. So it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. Yeah. I will be back to roast your shooting guard list next week. Maybe we'll make mine again on the fly. We'll see.
Yeah, and if we do have an emergency pod, it's probably because Quentin Grimes has actually signed.
Yes, if that happens, we will see.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
All right, everyone. Yeah. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Sixers Sense podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow along if you can. We are on Twitter at Sixers Sense. I'm at Kline NBA. Lucas is at CoachJ_20. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify, Google Play, all that fun stuff. I'll post Lucas's point guard list on Twitter at some point this week, so follow us there if you want to see it written out for you. And listen to this episode. If you're here, you probably have already done that, but send it to a friend. Send it to your family. We would really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon. Go Sixers.
Deuces.